Welcome to Book 3 of the Pop and Cocky series. This, this story is called Deep Sea Secret. I hope you enjoy it. It was a beautiful day, the sun was out, and the sky was bright blue. Pop and Cocky were kicking back, thinking of fun activities they could do. Wow, the sky is blue today, said Pop. It sure is, said Cocky, but why? It's blue because it reflects the sea. More than half the world is water, said Pop. There was a long pause. Then Cocky asked, Why is the sea blue then? You know, I've always wanted to know that too. You've given me a super fantastic idea, she said. Come with me, suggested Pop. Where? Asked the rooster. It's a surprise, answered Pop. Oh boy, I love surprises, replied Cocky with a huge grin. Pop led Cocky to a nearby jetty. Ta-da! She giggled. There in the water was the coolest thing Cocky had ever seen. A real-life submarine. Hop in, suggested Pop. Cock-a-doodle woohoo! Shouted Cocky as he dropped through a hatch in the roof. Before you could say Billy bought a big box of barnacles, Pop and Cocky were cruising along the ocean floor. There was so much colour and so much to see under the sea. There was red seaweed and green seaweed and even yellow seaweed. There were fish that looked like rainbows and others that looked like raspberry ripple. Everything was silent and everything swayed gently, back and forth, back and forth. Unexpectedly, all the wildlife vanished. That's odd, thought Pop. She looked out the giant porthole. Uh-oh, she gasped. Right outside the porthole window was an enormous shark. Do you think it's friendly? Inquired Cocky from behind the seat. I'm sure not going to stick around to find out, replied Pop. And she dove the small submarine into the long seaweed to hide from the shark. Look, there's a cave just ahead. Let's hide in there, she said. Pop steered the submarine through the seaweed to the cave. The shark soon got bored and swam off in search of an easier meal. Just as they reached the cave, a gigantic creature with 1,000,000 arms darted out. It grabbed the submarine and shook it like a ketchup bottle. Pop pushed a button and an arm with a feather duster on the end sprang out. A quick tickle under the nose and the octopus sneezed, sending the submarine flying. The submarine stopped right above the entrance of a huge cave. That was lucky, gasped Cocky. Piece of cake, retorted Pop. Should we check this sinkhole out? Asked Pop. Before Cocky had a chance to answer, she'd pushed the dive button. The little submarine slowly dropped down into a deep, dark blue underwater passage. It was a long, long, long way down. When they finally reached the bottom, the tunnel opened into a huge cave. The walls glistened with crystals and everything gleamed with a soft blue light. Right in the middle of the underwater cave there were 3 strange creatures. They waved at Pop and smiled. It was then Pop and Cocky saw the colossal blue sapphire sitting on a hill of smaller sapphires. The huge mound shone like a small blue sun. We are the keepers of the sea stones, the creature said. Yet not a word was spoken. They communicate with their minds, shouted Cocky excitedly. The guardians explained they protected the priceless sea jewels. The magic gems gave the ocean its color and allowed underwater life to live. They had guarded them since the time began, with a little help from Rocket, their magical pet narwhal. Pop and Cocky were the first visitors to ever find the cave. We will keep it a secret, they both promised. To say thank you, the guardians gave them a beautiful cluster of gems as a keepsake. It was getting late. Rocket will help you find the exit, and both guardians waved a friendly goodbye. Pop put the little submarine into autopilot. They both climbed into their beds. Should we go back and explore that old shipwreck tomorrow? Asked Cocky. Sorry, Cocky, that will have to wait for another day, she said. Tomorrow I have a much more exciting adventure in mind. Get some sleep. You will need all your energy, she chuckled. Can you guess what that next adventure will be? The end.